3 in this series. So within the first video we looked at obviously a basic overview and introduction to Inventor. Our second video we looked at creating our first shape. And within this video we're going to look at actually doing what's referred to as a subtract, where when we've extruded the shape to make it 3D, we're then going to begin cutting a slot out. But the proper term we need to learn to use is what's called a subtract. So as per usual, we're going to create a new file. So file new, metric tab, standard MMIPT. We're going to start a 2D sketch, choose our XY work plane. Now again, we're going to just draw a rectangle to begin with, starting from the very centre point, not worrying about sizes yet. Now when we have done our first rectangle, we can then from there begin to dimension it the same as before. So using our sizes, so click the top line, let's make this one for instance at 100, zoom all. We'll make our height 70, and there is our rectangle. We're then going to finish our sketch and then choose to extrude the object. Let's go for 50 millimeters. So I've now got a rectangle that's 100 millimeters long, 70 millimeters tall, and 50 mil wide. So very similar to our first task we had in video 2. So if you've not watched that, please refer to that now. Now what we're going to look at now is cutting out our shapes. So because we have to cut out a shape, we then need to start off again with a 2D sketch. So we then need to choose what surface we want to sketch onto. So I'm going to start my 2D sketch and then click the surface I want to cut into or subtract into. Zoom all. And in this case I'm just going to use another rectangle tool. Draw my rectangle just somewhere in the middle, not worrying about dimensioning it, just so we can use this tool. We're then going to finish our sketch. And when we choose the extrude option this time, we're then going to choose the subtract option. So Inventor calls it cut, but we again need to call it subtract for SQA purposes. Choose cut. This size here will obviously differ based on if we want to cut the full way through the object or want to cut to a certain depth. So 50 mil being a full way through, 10 mil being maybe a set depth. As you can see, you're given a wee visualization to change it. So let's cut the full way through, press OK, and there we have our first shape. We can then look at rotating our shape around to see it from different views, and then we've used our first ever subtraction. Well done, move on to the next video.